The rise of white supremacy and white nationalism in the United States has had a significant impact on American society, politics, and public discourse. Over the past decade, these ideologies have moved from the political fringes into more visible and influential spaces within mainstream culture and government. Rising hate crimes and the spread of extremist ideologies. Since 2015, reported hate crimes in the United States have sharply increased, reflecting the growing visibility and influence of white nationalist and white supremacist movements. White supremacists promote the belief that white people are inherently superior to other racial groups, while white nationalists advocate for a society or nation dominated primarily by white people, often through exclusionary or anti-immigrant policies. As these ideologies have spread, extremist rhetoric has become more normalized in some political and social circles. Ideas that were once widely condemned as fringe have increasingly entered mainstream conversations, particularly through online platforms, political commentary, and organized activist groups. The number of organized hate groups in the United States has grown substantially in recent years. Civil rights organizations and researchers have documented a rise in extremist organizations, including white nationalist, neo-Nazi, and anti-government groups. This growth reflects both increased recruitment efforts and the broader visibility of extremist ideologies in public life. The expansion of these groups has raised concerns about political radicalization, domestic terrorism, and violence motivated by racial hatred. Many extremist organizations have also embraced conspiracy theories, including the Great Replacement theory, which falsely claims that immigrants and people of color are deliberately replacing white populations in Western countries. Political rhetoric during the 2016 presidential campaign marked a major shift in public discourse surrounding race, immigration, and nationalism. Critics argued that statements made during the campaign helped legitimize sentiments that had previously been viewed as socially unacceptable in mainstream politics. Some former political advisors and public figures associated with the administration were criticized for promoting or aligning with nationalist and anti-immigration views. Immigration policies introduced during that period were also viewed by critics as reflecting broader themes of xenophobia and exclusion. Observers and scholars have expressed concern about the relationship between mainstream political movements and extremist groups, warning that inflammatory rhetoric can embolden individuals and organizations already inclined toward radical ideologies. The January 6, 2021 attack on the United States Capitol intensified national concerns about domestic extremism and political violence. Investigations found that some participants and affiliated groups had ties to extremist organizations, including white nationalist and far-right movements. The event highlighted the growing threat posed by politically motivated violence and the role conspiracy theories can play in radicalizing individuals. Law enforcement agencies and counterterrorism experts have repeatedly identified white supremacist extremism as one of the most significant domestic terrorism threats facing the country. White supremacy and white nationalism remain deeply divisive issues in the United States. Critics argue that the growing acceptance of extremist rhetoric within parts of the political landscape threatens democratic institutions, public safety, and social cohesion. The challenge for the nation moving forward is how to confront political extremism, reduce hate-driven violence, and strengthen democratic values while protecting civil liberties and open political debate.